All right guys, I cleaned it out. It's on. This is how she looks. As you can see, filter's right there, so it's going to be getting a lot more air coming in, especially at highway speeds. It's going to be feeding right through there to the velocity stack with filter. What's up guys, welcome back. Today the SI is getting some upgrades. So I just got the new STATICSPEED street intake that I made. It does have a 6-inch velocity stack on it, but it doesn't really get the best airflow. I mean, it gets plenty of airflow, don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna give it a little bit more by using the 3.5-inch hole saw that I got here. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut a hole right through the headlight on the high beam here on the driver's side. That way it gets fresh air coming in there. I wanna do some kind of like duct, like a carbon fiber or something. Or I might just wrap it carbon fiber. I've seen that too, but today we're just gonna get it cut out. I know it's gonna be a nightmare and it's probably gonna look terrible, but we're gonna go ahead and try it anyways, because as you can see, this headlight is in really bad shape. It's getting a little bit of oxidation and a little bit of condensation in there too. So we're gonna do that. We also got a kit from K24 to delete the idle air assist valve, which is right here. So there's gonna be a block off plate to delete this nasty hose here and this nasty hose here. So we're gonna go ahead and delete that too today later on, but first we're gonna go ahead and get this bumper off, get the headlight out, and then get that hole cut. All right, we got the headlight out, but I found where the condensation's coming from. Yeah, I didn't have the turn signal bulb in there all the way, so water's just been flooding in there. So definitely gonna have to make sure it's in there tight next time, because water got everywhere. It's probably gonna make a mess, but we're gonna go ahead and drill from the back side here. Still gotta take this bulb out. Bulb actually snapped off inside of there, but we're just gonna get the hole saw, drill right through there, and we're gonna go from the back. It is gonna be weird because it's at an angle, so we'll see how it comes out. I'm not expecting anything super clean, but hopefully it'll look all right. All right, so I went ahead and popped this insulator boot off, and it looks like 3.5 is like perfect size actually. So I'm going to attach this to my Milwaukee and just drill straight through and see how straight we can get it. Haven't fully gone all the way through. It looks like this hole's deep enough, or the hole saw's deep enough. We're making a good dent in there. We should be popping through the bezel here in a second. All right, so the headlight definitely cracked. I don't really care. Like I said, this headlight was kind of done for anyways, but I just got to finish this cut here. I'm gonna sand it down and see what it looks like. It's probably gonna be all right, but we'll see. All right guys, here's the finished product. Definitely cracked the headlight there. Nothing crazy. Obviously you have to clean this out because now there's all that metal mud that came out when we drilled out the bezel. But I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know if I should, yeah, I'm gonna sand that down a little bit if I have any sandpaper, and then just rinse this out with water and see how clean we can get it to look, and then I'll be able to show you guys a good final product. All right, so to clean all this out, you're gonna get your alkaline water. It's gotta be alkaline water. And then we're just gonna fill up the headlight with water, clean all that stuff out, and then wipe up anything left so we don't get stuff all over the parking lot. But there should be a lot of plastic and metal, and I'll show you guys what it looks like once we get all this out of here. All right guys, I cleaned it out. It's on. This is how she looks. Kind of wish I would have gone with a 4-inch hole, to be honest, because the 3.5 looks a little small. But as you can see, filter's right there, so it's going to be getting a lot more air coming in, especially at highway speeds. It's going to be feeding right through there to the velocity stack with filter. So definitely get me a lot better airflow. By the way, this intake is a 3.5-inch all the way through. This is the old intake I was running. It's like a K&N knockoff. 2.5 at the throttle body, goes up to 3, and it was sitting like right here by the header. So as you can see, as just a size comparison, that's what we were working with before. This is what we're working with now. So got a lot more airflow, colder air too. That way it's not by the header, right by here. There's no air restriction. It's got fresh air coming in. So this thing's almost ready for the dyno. I did find a shop not too far from me that I'm gonna try out their dyno, see how they are. But yeah, definitely happy with it. Cracked the headlight, but it is what it is. It's an old headlight anyways. As you can see, they're both oxidized. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. All right guys, the headlight hole is cut. I'm gonna go ahead and do this idle air assist valve delete. So I got this package from K24 here, about to open it up, show you what all comes in the kit. So it's got this little block off. It's got a vacuum cap for the nipple that's going to come off of the intake manifold there. I'm also going to remove that stud too. Shout out to K24, they hooked me up with some stickers, so I'm going to put these stickers on too. But first off, we're going to go ahead and use this wrench here, adjustable wrench. Hit that off. I'm not sure what size it is. Probably like a 21 or 22 or whatever. Either way, we're going to use an adjustable wrench, get this piece off, get this hose disconnected, and then I'll show you guys how to block everything off. All right, once you get your intake off, you just got to break this loose. It's probably going to be on super tight. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. It's super loose. So I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect these hoses here. And then that should screw up pretty easily, it looks like. I got both of the hoses disconnected here. So you're just going to keep cranking this till it comes off all the way. Cool. So there's your idle air assist valve. If you look down in there, you can see that there's coolant down in there, so that's why we have to put the block off. So I'm guessing we're gonna screw this in, and then there's another hole on the top for this other screw to thread in there. Not sure why you need that really, but we're gonna go ahead and block that off, put this vacuum cap on there, and then see what it looks like. This is actually a lot smaller than the other one was. Probably should have put some RTV on there or something. I don't know, we'll see if it leaks, but I don't know. There is coolant in there, so it might have an issue, but I don't know. I like to just try stuff how it is and see if it works. If I need to put some RTV on there later, I can definitely do that. And then this piece, which I feel like I'm totally gonna drop and lose. Already so hot. I'm not sure what the point of this is. I don't know why they didn't just make it completely solid, like a solid block off. I don't know why you have to put this in here, but whatever, it is what it is. We got that in there. As you can see, hopefully it focuses. There's a little bit of a gap. We're gonna see if that leaks any coolant. I don't think it will, but we'll see what happens. I could tighten it down more, but I don't know. Sketches me out. We're gonna throw this vacuum nipple on here. Oh yeah, drop it in the engine bay. Beautiful. All right, so after taking the whole core support off, finally got this out of there. We're gonna try this again. This hole's super tiny, that hole's super big. Might have to throw some grease on it, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try and get it on again without dropping it. All right guys, time for the first startup. Let's see what it does. Perfectly normal. Looks way better. So I cleaned up the wiring for the injectors, like I just retaped them and tucked everything down. Took out that stud there in the middle. So now there's no more idle air control, idle air assist I should say. So yeah, it definitely looks way better. The next thing I want to try and do is delete these lines here. Those two ones going back to the purge valve, I want to delete those. So let me know if anyone has deleted the purge valve. I know people have, but I can't really find all the info I need. I think you can just disconnect everything and just put a breather filter back there by the firewall, but let me know if you guys know anything about that. Other than that, I just got to put this core support back on here, and everything's going to be mint. I love it. All right, I decided to dress the engine bay up a little bit more. Got the K-Tune sticker up there when you pop the hood. And then over here on the fuse box, we got STATICSPEED tuned. I wanted to put it on the ECU cover, but it's not an even surface really, so I just threw it on the fuse box. But yeah, I think this looks awesome. Let me know if you guys want those stickers, by the way. They come free with every tune, but if you want one, you can buy one for 10 bucks. I don't know why you'd want one if you're not STATICSPEED tuned, but hit me up for a tune, you'll get a free sticker. But yeah, there she is. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely try this mod out. It definitely helps up clean up the engine bay for sure. And then the headlight cutout looks sick with it too. I do have someone who's actually gonna make me a cutout for it, where it's actually gonna cut out all the way to here. I'm gonna replace the headlights with some new ones too. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna look amazing. But Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good one.